Hello, this is Ari Lakshmi and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you already know by the title, we are going to talk a bit about finances in this video, and I'm going to share all my strategies as how I could save up $1 million before I turn 25 doing a corporate job. I will also share with you what fastened the process of wealth creation. So if you are interested, then continue watching till the very end of the video. Also subscribe to my channel for more similar videos. Actually, between the 9 to 5, it takes a lot of effort to sit down and do videos for YouTube. And my analytics shows that about 87% of the people who watch my video on a regular basis have yet not subscribed. That may be because you've forgotten to subscribe, so please hit the subscribe button and continue watching. For now, let's get started. So before we get started, I want to give a little background about me. So I am 25-year-old and I completed my engineering in 2018 and also got placed and joined my first company in 2018 May. For someone like me who was a day scholar in my schools and college times, I've never stayed away from my parents. So the maximum money that I've saved up was maybe a 5,000 bucks, I should say that. So I was very excited about starting my new job, the first job. All of that excitement was there, but still I was a little scared about how to handle money. And in fact, our education system does not have any syllabus or any schemes to teach us how to handle money, how to manage money. And I started watching a lot more videos about finances, about personal finances. I started reading a lot of books about personal finances, how to manage money. And I must say that was really the turning point of my life. The awareness of how to handle money actually helped me start my finance journey at a very early age. And since from my very first paycheck I started savings, and that really helped me fast in the process. So as early you start, it's that great. I'm sure you know this point. First 1 year of my career, I was actually staying away from my parents. So I had to pay all of my bills by myself. I had to pay rent, food, electricity, food, accommodation, travel, all of the bills I had to pay by myself. So I couldn't save much of it because I was also taking food from outside. Like all 3 meals I was having food from outside. So I couldn't save up much, but I was doing my best as what I can, because I didn't also want to kill this feeling of first job, and I don't want to like save every penny, and because I wanted to travel, I wanted to go out for trips, I wanted to enjoy, I wanted to have food from outside. I also wanted to buy things for myself, take my family outside, buy something for my family. I also wanted to do all of that. So I had kept separate savings for all of this, and a separate money for how much I can spend per month. So everything will come all down to this monthly planning, which I started doing the first month I got my salary. So back then, when I was actually planning about my finances, I found these very interesting videos in YouTube as how I bought my own home before I turned 25. This was very interesting for me. This caught me and I was so fascinated by it, as in like I also want to buy my own house before I turn 25. I strongly believe that spending 10-20 on every single month is what you can achieve, is these small dreams. But if you have all of that 10-20 saved up and that 10-20 accumulate, and when you invest out of its interest also you get some money, and that can make up to a huge money, and then you can dream something big. So the first point that I want to talk about, the first strategy that I used is actually to set financial targets. So I had set a financial target for 3 years before I turned 25. This is the amount that I have to earn, or this is the amount that I have to save. So you can also set 5-year goals, or 3-year goals, or 10-year goals, or meaning your goals could be short term as well as long term. So now that you've set a goal for you, you have to set the action plan, as in how are you planning to achieve your goal, that what action are you going to take. So for in this case, it is mostly about what are these schemes that I have to sign up for so that I can make this kind of a money at the end of or before I turn 25. So before setting the goal, make sure that you can achieve the goal with the salary that you earn. Also make an action plan as how are you going to invest it. So this is how I actually did. Okay, so for example, if I want to start a mutual fund SIP, so this is what I do. I will first search, I'll go to Google and search mutual funds SIP calculator. and you can see that you get so many results for it. You can pick any of the calculator and just do. So this is the SIP calculator, and you can see there are some inputs that you need to do. Monthly investment, so you can decide on what is your monthly investment that you want to do. You can bring it to any amount based on your budget. Say if I'm keeping it like 5,000, and then is the expected rate of return. You're signing up for a program, so you will know the rate of return for that program, and then set the time period depending on your plan, and this is the invested amount. If you invest this amount, this is the estimated return that you're going to get, and the total amount that you're going to get back at the end of 3 years is going to be this amount. Please keep in mind that this is an approximate number, and also you can play around with the monthly investment, change the amount. If you increase the amount, you can hit the target. Also, if you increase the time period, you can get better returns. That is also an important point. Similarly, you get calculators for any program that you want to sign up for. This one specifically, the PPF calculator, you can find out how much money you get at the end of 15 years. So this is how it works. 3 years down the line, when I say that I have to save up, I have to have 1 million with me. So this is how I sign up for different programs, and I calculate, okay, this X lakhs is what I'll be getting back if I invest. And okay, so summing up for different schemes that I've signed up, this is what I approximated to the final target amount that I've set for me. So this is the primary step. It's about, before you achieve anything, it's important for you to set the goal and take the action plan and start working on it. That is the right path. Second year of my career, I saved up way a lot more. I also got bonus and a salary hike in my second year. So I saved up that plus the additional amount that I recalculated my monthly budgeting so that I save up more. So that is my point number 2 that I want to talk about. Every bonus that you get, you should not add it to your expense list, but you should add that to your investment plan. When you know that you have a hike coming, you should in advance plan for a new scheme, research about it, and be ready. Like as soon as you get the money, be ready that it should go from next month on. It's not about when you get the money and then you decide, okay, I have to start something new. But you should do all the research much ahead you get the money. See, saving and living on a budget doesn't mean that I was living a miserable life. I was really living my 100%. Whatever I have with, I used to live with that. So it was fine for me to live like that because I know that I was saving up for something big. So that wasn't a problem for me. It is all your personal choice as how much you want to save. Point number 3 that I want to talk about is maximize your savings. There are 2 ways of it. Okay, one way is that you can reduce your expenses, or second way is that increase your income. If you can save all that up, it's all about that game. So it's all about reducing the expenses. You can just figure out from your monthly budgeting, like where is your extra expenses coming and what you can cut down. It is all personal choice, but it is always good if you want to save up this kind of a money. It is important that you have to control your expenses at some point. Second section of the point is maximizing your income. So how can you increase your income? As in, there are different ways of people who have side hustles and they earn from that. Or if you're a person who just have one main job and you're good with that, then maybe in order to increase your income, you should actually jump your job. It's not about doing hard work. It's not about impressing your HR, or it's not about impressing your manager. But if you move out the company, you will get a hike of minimum 40%, anywhere up to 100%, all depending on how you perform for an interview and your knowledge base. That is when I increased my income. When I was actually 2.4 years experience, I moved out to a different company where I could actually increase my income more than 50,000 per month, which was huge. Okay, and that made me hit my 1 million target before I turned 25. So that is what actually fastened my process of wealth generation and wealth creation and wealth accumulation. Now the fourth point that I want to talk about is this habit that I developed from day 1 of my career is pay yourself first. I'm not sure if you are a person who plans your monthly savings as, okay, I will leave this month like however I want because I only have one life, so I want to enjoy my life, and whatever is left at the end of the month, I will save it. Are you thinking like that? Then maybe it's time for you to change, because it will not work like that. Because when you have say X amount in your account, right, you will somehow find a way of spending it. So that is why it is important for you to first save. Okay, first comes saving. So before you pay to your milk boy or supermarket, or before you pay even your rent, it is important for you to first save for yourself. And the fifth point and the last point that I want to talk about is, if you really want to fasten the wealth creation, gone are the times if you ask your parents or grandparents, they will tell you FDs and RDs. Not that they are bad, but I want to say is, firstly, it comes with zero risk and you have 100% access to your money anytime. Like if I have an FD or RD, I can take it back at any point whenever I have an emergency. So these days, FDs and RDs are a good way of saving your emergency funds, which is of just few lakhs. That's all it should have, and the rest of all of it is what is required to be invested. Now, where do people actually invest? It's mutual funds, the stock market, or cryptocurrency, or all of this. So if you're not aware of all of that, and if you don't know how all of this happened, it's high time that you have to study, you have to learn how all of this work and do it yourself. So when I started, right, I had to actually sit down and find out what is mutual funds. Okay, I have literally Google searched that, and it was from the internet that I learned everything, and I opened my own mutual funds long back. If you have a target that you have to achieve very sooner, probably FDs and RDs are not going to help you hit that, because they have very less return rate. Yeah, I'm also not here telling you that you have to go to some sophisticated high risk mutual funds or something. Now, how I do my mutual funds is through the app called Grow. And one of my mentor is who recommended me Grow, and ever since I was using Grow app for my mutual funds. It is a very simple app. You can go to the Apple Store or Play Store to download it, and it is very easy. I don't have to even show you, because I learned it through YouTube. I must have watched maybe a zillion videos in YouTube before I opened an account using Grow. So it is very user friendly. Actually, Grow itself has a YouTube channel. You can go and check out their videos. They have very detailedly explained all of their features, and whenever they introduce a new feature, they also do videos on that. And also there are so many YouTube videos out there who will explain to you as exactly how to start with Grow for beginners. So many videos, and I mean, I also started off like that, so you can also go learn that. And one suggestion that I would give you is also go through the comments of your videos that you see, so you will get an idea of if he's a little biased or something. And also another point that I will tell you is, do not go by any recommendations of what some YouTuber is recommending to you, but you can definitely go do your own research before you start up with anything. Okay, and the interface is very easy for you to understand. If you want to understand the performance of this company on the previous years, it is all shown in graphical presentations, and it is very easy for you to understand. Also, do your proper research before you invest your money. That is very important. As a beginner, maybe you can just start with a basic SIP. That is what I would suggest if you're a beginner. But learn about all of this, okay? Learn about mutual funds, crypto, learn about stock markets and trading, everything, because this is going to be the game. If you want to fasten the process of wealth accumulation, this is going to be the game. Now, talking about the money, the 1 million that I own today, I am definitely going to reinvest that, because at this point, I really thought that I would buy a home near my city that I live in, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. I'm planning to reinvest my money, because assets always comes with a depreciation as well. So at this point, I'm not planning to take up invest on any assets, but I think I can reinvest and let my money grow in this period. So that's all in this video, guys. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, then hit the like button. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you like the video, and if you want to see more videos in the future. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.